Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Net Crochet y Tejido. Today I'm going to teach you how to crochet this beautiful beach bag. It's absolutely gorgeous, very easy to do, and I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're gonna need to make it. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel. There you'll find the English version in there. Also, you can send me a message and I can send you the link. Before I start with the material, I want to explain a few little things that you can change for the bag. If you want to do this smaller and then you do less chains, and that will be smaller. The same for the length. For the length, I did 64 row and I have 2 extra row. That's why these here are bigger than the rest, because I have extra 2 rows, and this one have 5 flowers and this one has 4, because that extra 2 row that I did. So if you want, you can do and instead of 64 rows, do 62, and then all your square or diamonds here, because they look like a diamond when I started and after, because these ones are together here. I decided to put them together as well in here, and it look amazing. I absolutely love it. So you have to keep that in mind. And also on the video my plan was to do the design with the same color of the yarn, but you hardly see the design. You'll see in the video as I film the video, because you know I design as I record, and that's why you're gonna see me with some of these other motifs around in this border, and some I start working with purple to show you how to do the flowers. I show with purple and some of these motifs how you're gonna do it. But then I decided, when I saw the contrast with the purple and the yarn, I decided to change to the red, and instead of doing the entire thing with the same color, because you hardly see the design, you'll see that on the video. And I did some changes as well when I started working with the red, because as I started to progress with the design, I did a few changes. Example, one of the changes I did was in here. So I recommend for you to watch the video until I start working with the red. When I start working with the red, and then I tell you which were the changes that I did when I changed the color of the motifs. Because what I did with this one is what I'm going to explain with the purple. But after I did that, I have changed the separation in some of the motif in the beginning. Just at the beginning when you start these ones here. To make this bag, these are the material I'm going to use. They are the loops and thread cotonnier. I just realized now that the red one have more grams than this one. The red one have 400 grams. This one have 340. This one have 60 grams more. I realize that now that I'm looking at it. This one is true red, and this one is latte ombre, and they are 85% cotton, 15% polyester, in medium 4. They recommend a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, but I'm going to use a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook to crochet the bag. That way the stitches are not that big. And the 4.5 millimeter for the little flower for the accent. So remember, 3.5 for the bag, the 4.5 for the accent. And you're going to need tapestry needle and scissors. This is what we're going to do. I already did all these. This it will be the size of the bag. It's very easy to do. The stitch is multiple of 3 to create these squares. For mine, I miscounted. I wanted to do 30 of these square for the width, and I end up with 29. And I continue working with those 29 after I did the first row. I said I'm gonna continue with those 29, no matter one more, one less, you know. Don't have to be exactly like that. You can do 28, you know, a little bit more narrow. For yours, you can do 30, you can do even bigger and shorter. That's up to you. So it's very easy to do, and after I did this rectangle, I did a little bit of a border in the top, a little bit of a border in the side, and I already did, this is what we're gonna do for those motifs that I told you that I'm gonna do with a bigger size hook. I'm gonna show you how you're gonna do the squares. I'm gonna do it in a small sample because I already done this part, so it's very easy to do. You're gonna start with a slip knot and the 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. And remember, it's multiple of 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I did 20. 15 for the square, and the other 5 are 3 to go up and 2 for separation to do the first square. Okay, so that's why I did 20. So it's a multiple of 3 plus 5 at the end. So you're going to do a yarn over, and you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to count 1, 2, and then the third one, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and number 8 you're gonna do a double crochet. Now you're gonna chain 2, yarn over, and you're gonna count 1, 2, and the third one a double crochet. 1 and 2, 1, 2, and the third one a double crochet. And only in the first row like this is where you have to count. After it's just much easier. 1 and 2, yarn over, 1, 2, and the third one a double crochet. 1 and 2, yarn over, 1, 2, and then the last one a double crochet. You see, now I did it perfect. For mine, I did probably 90 plus 2, and that's why I missed those extra 3 to turn my work around, and that's why I was 1 square short of 30. So you're gonna chain 5. Always to turn your work around, you're gonna chain 5 is 3 to go up. It counts as the double crochet, 2 and 3 plus 2 for separation. You're gonna turn your work around, yarn over, and you're gonna do it on top of the double crochet, and you're gonna do a double crochet. You're gonna count, do a chain of 2. You don't need to count, sorry. You count 2 chains, and you're gonna do a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet, chain 2, a double crochet, and double crochet, and chain 2, and then here you're gonna count 1, 2, and then the third one you're gonna do a double crochet, and then you're gonna chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're gonna work, turn your work, and you're gonna continue working these squares. You're gonna do 64 row. That's what I did for mine in here. 64. So when you fold it in half, you have the bottom of the bag, and the other. After you finish this, I'm gonna show you how you're gonna do this border. You see, I have a really nice border and a border here in the side. And in this I look like it's like uneven, but it's because of this, the color. That's perfect. It looks really, really nice, these things in it. And it's very easy to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to work for a few more rows. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, that way you guys can see a little bit better. I noticed that I'm working a little far. So I'm going to show you, and then I will show you in this small sample how to do the border all the way around, because the one in the border here and the one in the side are different. Okay? So I zoom in to show you. You see, this is the border at the top, and this is the border on the side. They're different, and the little motifs, they look like little flowers, sort of, but they look really nice, and they're very easy to do. So I'm gonna continue working until I have probably like 7 of these rows. That way I can show you really well how you're gonna work the borders. Remember, the border for the ends are different from the side. So I did my little sample, and now I'm going to show you how you're going to do the border of the top, the border on each side, and then the top. So once you finish that, you have your 64 squares. You're going to chain 1, and you're going to do the crab stitch and the top border, the one that's going to be open, the opening of the bag. So you go back and do a single crochet backwards. Go back and do a single crochet backwards, like this. If you want, you can do this with a bigger size hook. I did it with this, with a little one. So you're gonna do this, the crab stitch, all the way until the end. Once you get to the end, you're gonna grab, just work like this. You see? Here I don't did a lot, so it's a little bit pulling, but you get the point. So once you get here, you're gonna come into the inside. You're gonna work on a zigzag, you'll see. Make this loop a little bit bigger. I lost the loop. You're gonna pass the hook through the first square, like this, and you're gonna do a chain. I did that loop a little bit too big there. And now you go to the outside of the work and do a chain. You go in the next square and this inside and do a chain, and the outside, another one, and the inside and the outside. And that's what we're creating, like a zigzag in the border. And the inside, outside, one inside, one out, one in, one out, one in, and one out. And then here you're gonna do this all the way until the end of the border of your bag, and then work the crab stitch in the other side, and then do this and this one. And that's exactly what I did for this one. for the border and for the crab stitch on the top. So work that on your bag, and if you would like, you can leave the bag like that. So I did this that way when we saw the two sides together. You see? You don't want to have a visible thread in there. It'll look really nice in the border. And if you don't want to do this, you can sew the side and do a handle for your bag and or a strap, and then you're done. So leaving one empty space, I'm gonna start in here. That's the same place I start in the other one. And between these stitches is where I start in the other side. Okay? So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit to show you a little bit more up close what I'm gonna do. It's very easy, you just have to have patience. Last night I went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I started late, like over 1:30, to fiddly, to try to figure out which direction one and the direction of the other one. So, but once you get going, it's very easy. So I'm gonna start with a slip knot, and I'm gonna start in this space in between these stitches, okay, and here. So I'm gonna come to that one. I'm gonna take out the loop, and I'm gonna go to the other side of that stitch. And this part is a little more fiddly because the tail is on the way. So I'm gonna do a chain, and then now I'm gonna go to the next space over that stitch, you see, over that, and I'm gonna do the same. A chain over the next one, a chain over the next one, a chain, and grabbing the working yarn underneath, and you go all the way around. And this is the fiddling part, because sometimes you'll grab the yarn, try to grab the yarn, and you're gonna grab an empty space. So you go around at those posts. And the more time you go around at the size that you're gonna do, okay? So you're creating these like little flower buds. And in here, if you are too far away to the corner, and then you do one chain like this, and then you go and this cross here to this space, and then you do a chain, you do another chain, and then a chain grabbing that stitch. You see, we start going. Go to the next one, another one in the air, and another one. So I'm done 1, 2, 3, and now in this one, number 4, is where we're gonna do the next one. And since you finish in this side, you're gonna start going around in the reverse, okay? And that's what took me so long to figure it out. So now you go this way, you see, backwards. And then in here you have the post and you have the chain. I go on the post first. Let me tell you, it looks fiddly, but it's fun. I like it. And now on top of the chain, and the next one, and you just have to move the crochet hook around. You will figure that out once you get going. You see? Now it's faster because I don't have the tail. So I finish here, and then I will chain 1 in order to go over this one to the next. You see? And then now I do 1 in the air and the other mean that I don't grab in any of these, you see. I'm gonna try to have the same space at the end. So, and here I have 3 in between. That's why at the end I only have 1. And this one, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave 2 in between, and then the third one I'm gonna do the next motif, and then the other one will be between 4 spaces. That way the extra space that I will take from there, it will be at the end. So we're gonna start again. I wish I have figured this out, and it will have saved me a lot of work because I had to do the other side. Plus, I explained you guys with the purple. If I had done it with the red, I would have continued with the red. But well, and that's the way it is. So I started in this one again with a slip knot, exactly the same. I'm very excited about this. Let's see what it looks like at the end. Probably I will finish at the end, and I don't like it. I think I will. Like this. But I really like the way it looked with the same color of the, if it wasn't because of the yarn that I choose to do the bag is a 2 color. I think if it was 1 tone, only 1, like if I had done it red with the red around, it would have looked really nice. Oh well. I started doing that, and I decided to, I'm gonna go with that color for the bag. This was my first try, so that's why. So I'm gonna continue working around. And I think this is enough for this. I'm gonna come here. And so I'm starting all over again with this. So that's 1, 2. This time I only gonna do that 4 chain. I don't wanna go in between the stitch and that red chain. I just gonna do like this. I'm very excited about this. Like that. And then now I will go on this side. And it's 4 stitch in between. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then this one. So I'll show you one more time. So now I had to work on this side of the square, And when you work on this side of the square, you work clockwise. And when you work on this side, you work counterclockwise. And that's what took me so long to figure it out. And honestly, I figured out just right now almost. So that's you see. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, and then number 4 clockwise. And I recommend to do this with cotton yarn, because with acrylic I tend to stretch for bags. Just like that. And then one in the air. And then I jump to the other side. And then, you see, you work the one counterclockwise now. Like this. And it looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna work this with the regular color, and then I will show you the other ones. I finished this border, and look what a difference. I still have this in here because I need that to cancel in stitches, because I decided to do a little bit of a change in the top. I'm still gonna do the diamonds in here, but I'm gonna move them a little bit closer because I want to do this in here, in this corner, and I'm gonna work this entire border as one, and then after I will do the diamond. But I'm gonna create the center of the diamonds now, the beginning on each side, and then I will work all the way around and do the same on the other side and finish, and then I will create the diamonds separate. So I decided that I want to do this in the corner, that way I look really nice on each corner. Sorry, you know, I change my design as I work, and with this you can play and do whatever you want to do with them. So I'm gonna work here another one of these, and then I will move the center of my diamond. Remember, I count 6, but now I'm gonna do another one of these little flowers or rosette or circles, and here I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that will be the center of one diamond. And then I will come to the other side. That's why I don't undo this yet. So I'm gonna count 1, 2, that will be the other one like that, and then I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that will be the other center of my diamond. And here, and you can place a marker, that way it will be much easier to know where you're gonna do those center. I'm gonna count here, place another marker, and I will show you. Sorry that I change the design as I go, but if you've been following me for a long time, you know I do that often. I place the 2 marker there, that way I know where my centers will be. And if you did the extra one, you will have 1 extra in the, and here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's perfect. That's what I need. 4 in this side and 4 in here is perfect. So I miscalculated, but at the end it worked out. I'm gonna show you now how we're gonna do this to get into that marker. But first we have to do another one of these in here, that way it will be a really nice corner. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here, I do 1 and 2, and then I will work around this one and create my rosette or my circle, my motifs. Like this. I'm gonna try to make it the same size as this one. Don't have to be exact. Pretty much the same. So from here I'm gonna work 1 and 2 chain space. Remember we had chain 2 space in between double crochet, so you have to chain 2 and 1 and 2. Now I'm gonna cross over to the one below in here. I'm gonna cross over and I do 1 and 2. Go to the next one, 1 and 2, cross over to the one at the top, 1 and 2, and I'm here ready to work around that post. I will work that, and I will work it exactly the same, you know, that way it's not a straight line. It looks really nice with a wave. And then I will do the circle here, work, do the one in here, work, do the one in here, remove this, and then I'll continue working all the way around, do the same on the other side. So if you have that extra here, don't matter, you just keep it there. And but I love the way it's looking. I absolutely love the way it looks so far. That's in that side and in this one, and I'm gonna lose all the tails before I continue working the diamonds. Before I continue, I wanted to explain you something, because you already will have this border here, because remember I changed a little bit the design. You'll have already this first flower, but now I will show you with the purple yarn how you're gonna start with the first one. But since you already have the first one, you're gonna go through one of the chain space here of the flower that you already done and pull that chain through, and then you're gonna start working the second flower, not the first one, because the first one you already made the first one when you did the border. Sorry about that I've been changing back and forth with the color of the yarn and the explanation. I apologize about that, but I'm trying to do my best to explain the tutorial the way you get it right, like I have here for mine. So remember, you already have the first one, you're going to start doing the second one. You're going to see me working with the first one, but go to the second. Always attaching your yarn to the first one, that way it's a continue work. I'm going to start with a slip knot to secure my work. And this time you can do the little flower any way you want, like one way, one the other, or this one way, the other one the other way, don't matter. And this time we don't want to go doing one of the chain space on between the chain that you create. you're gonna do only four of these, and you're just making them the chain a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger. I'll show you how to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. I'm gonna start here. Move the tail out of the way, and you're gonna work exactly the same. All the way around. And depend on this how many times you go around is the size of the motif. So and you see what you do is elongate that chain. So now we're gonna do the next one. I'm gonna leave that one like that. The next one will be to your right, one down. So the next one down. It will be in here. Okay. I'm gonna come to the side. So that will be this one. You see? The next one down. And then I'm gonna work on this one. Just right beside that one. And you see, in that chain and the other one, we did one in here and one in the chain. This time we're gonna pass through both. And just by doing once, and that's it. And then you're gonna continue going in circle. Let me cut that tail because I already have a slip knot there, and this is not gonna come undone. That's very secure. That way I move it out of the way. So here again, pass through those two together. We are only working 4 chains all the way around at any given time. One for each post. And you just have to move your hook around. Now we go one down and this one, you see? So from that one down and here. That's where you're going to do the next one. It's very easy once you get going. So from this one is that in there. And no matter, like I said, you can do some one way, some the other way, whichever way you feel more comfortable. And I don't know how I'm going to finish at the end because this is the thing about me. I design as I go. So now I'm going to create the last one. And the last one will be here, the last one. You see? This one down. One that way and down. And there. like I say. The good thing about this that I'm showing you exactly where to do it. For mine, I have to start figuring out where I'm gonna do it, because you have to count and see where the next motif go this way, and just showing you exactly where. You see? So the last one is from the first one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Okay, because there are 4. But it'll be much easier for you. So the next one will be, you see, that's you finished. The next one will be in here. You see, one in between, and this one. You'll see. Once you get going with this, you'll fall in love with this. You'll want to do everything with this in it, every single piece. It's fun. It's going in circle. Yeah, beautiful little roses. Because with the purple, you can see they look more like roses. Now we go to the next one. It will be this one here. You see? And then the last one, it will be in here. You see? The last one will be in here. Straight from that one. And then you start it all over again. From this one, you're gonna go one in between, the next one, and then the next one, and then the last one. And a zigzag all the way until the end. That way you start all the way back to create these beautiful diamonds. I think they're diamonds. I had to ask Willie. So I'm gonna do this one and the next one, and then I will show you how you're gonna work in the way back. If I knew this at the beginning, when I started doing this, I had done a 62 square instead of 64. That way this design is even, because when I started doing this, I wasn't planning to do these motifs, so that's why I did 64. But if you're watching the video before you're starting, I recommend to do 62 of the square. That way if you do these diamonds, you will have the right amount. I had 2 extra row here, and that's why I have 2 extra motif. Let's see how it look when I do the other diamond in here. Don't matter if it's a little bit different in one side than the other one, because when you put your bag in the shoulder, you only see one side. The other one is hidden behind, so don't matter if I have one of these extra. Now I'm gonna zoom in a little bit to show you how you're gonna go around this one and go here to the next, just in case you're doing the zigzag. Here's what I've done so far. You see, this one is bigger than the rest, but they look absolutely gorgeous. Smaller ones like that. So I'm all the way here. I still have a way to go. And of course the other side. But this is what I've done so far. Look on how nice this look. It's a nice size bag, and it's different. It's a different style. So I finished this part, and the big one on the other side. First I'm showing you this part, that way I show you the other one. Remember, I have these two motifs meet in the center, and then this one have 2 stitch separation. Well, what I did was I did 1 on each. That way is 1 piece. You see, because I get this separation, and here, let me put my hand there, that way you don't see that. And those 2 are together, and this one like that, and then look weird. So I decided to do these 2 motifs in the center, and each one of these, I do this one, and then come to that one, cut the yarn, lose the tail, and it will be 1 big motif in the center. I absolutely love the way it's looking. If you don't have that little mishap there, you can leave it separated like this. That look gorgeous, but if you want to put them together, you can do the 2 motifs in the center and look gorgeous as well. I'm gonna do that, and then I'll continue working on the bag. I just had an idea. This for a table runner, it will look amazing. In the center of your table, all the length of your table will look gorgeous. Like for Christmas, a Christmas scene color, it will look amazing. I already did this one, and I wanted to show you the way I look. I love the change from these to these. It looked like it's done on purpose, the design. It wasn't, but we have to do what we have to do. And I look amazing. I'm going to continue with the rest, and then I will show you how to continue with the bag if you are making a bag. I made one of my straps for the bag, and I worked with the 4.5mm crochet hook, the one that I use for the side of the flowers. I used that one for the strap. I did a tubular single crochet piece, working in the round, and I look really nice. And it measure, when I pull it like this, 80 centimeters. And look how nice these look like that. Look really nice. So now I'm going to show you how to work the strap. Sew the side together, sew the strap, and we're done. We're going to start leaving a tail long enough to sew this, that side of the strap. And when you finish, you will do the same, leave a tail. So I'm going to do a slip knot. And I'm going to do a chain of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You're going to go to the first one, and you're going to do a slip stitch. And you don't want to chain 1 to go up. You're going to continue working like that, and this tail you're going to pass it through to the right side and here. That way it's out of the way. And you're going to go to the first chain that you see and do a single crochet. and you're going to work single crochet on each chain space. We're going to work in the round, so you don't have to count chain, you don't have to put a marker or anything, just work in the round. Single crochet on each chain space, and then you want to do one in the first one, and then you are now working in the round, and you're going to do a single crochet on each single crochet, no increase or anything, you're gonna just do a tubular work. Like this. So it's very easy and very fast to do, because you do it just single crochet on each single crochet until you have the desired length. Like so. And mine, I didn't count the round or anything, I just work and I measure without stretching this, and measure like 75, 76 centimeters, and then when I stretch a little bit, it gives me those extra almost 80 centimeters. So I'm gonna work exactly the same this one, and I will measure here at the end. I finished the two straps. Now I'm gonna sew the sides. I already sew one, so I only have one to do. And I did it through the outside, leaving that like this. You know, that slip stitch that we did, the chains and the border, it will be in the outside like that. It looks really nice. I'm gonna do the same on the other side, and then I'm gonna sew the straps, and we're done. The strap look really, really nice. You have to even this up, you know, the chain to space with the chain to space on the other side, or each square. Make sure it's nice and even, that they match to the one in the back. And I have one here, you see, just one in the border, and then I'm gonna sew all of here in this border all the way until the end, and make sure that it's nice and even. can have a really nice size. First I thought that was a little bit too big, but I measured with the grocery bag, and probably like this one is like a 2 finger like this bigger. The width is pretty much the same, so it's a nice size to put you know, a towel, sunscreen, pair of glasses, you know, the keys and stuff going to the beach or something. That's really, really, really nice. If you like, you can do a liner for this, and then when you put the liner, you will put the strap in between the liner and the bag. In mine, I'm gonna do a liner for this one, and I'm gonna sew the strap around there. And around here. Like so. Also the strap and this side and the other side, and I will be ready for the summer to go to the beach with this bag. So I will do that and I'll show you the end result. I sew this one and these 4 squares here all the way around the border and in the center, but I make sure that I don't pass this color yarn on top of the red chain. That way you don't see any breakage in the chain. This is leftover yarn from that bowl, and the red is like this. So this is the bag. I saw a handmade tag in here. I saw the strap. It looked really, really good. I love it, and it is in the bigger side. Because remember, if you use this for the beach, you'll put towels and stuff like that, and you'll need a lot of space, even to carry yarn around for crochet or net. You can carry here. The only thing that the needles you don't can carry here because they all fall through the holes, but you can put it in a little pouch or something. But it's really, really nice. If you like, you can make this smaller. I miscalculated the thickness of the yarn, that's why my bag is quite big, but it's absolutely gorgeous. You love big bags, this is perfect. But you can do less chain and make it smaller, more narrow if you like, or shorter if you like. You know, it's up to you, you know. Maybe my next bag I will do a little bit smaller, because I really, really love making this bag. I have fun making this, and with the strap it look absolutely gorgeous. And I hope you guys like it, and give it a try and a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed and you make this beautiful bag and you want to send me some picture. You can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family and in groups. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.